mini vacation, I guess you could say. Hope you all are enjoying your Labor Day weekend. This morning, I thought it'd be fitting to share a passage about marriage since Gail and I are going to a wedding today of her nieces. Uh, so, I'm going to share from Mark chapter 10, verses 1 through 9. And it says this. Then Jesus left Capernaum and went down to the region of Judea and into the area east of the Jordan River. Once again, crowds gathered round them, and as usual, he was teaching them. Some Pharisees came and tried to trap him with this question: should a man be allowed to divorce his wife? Jesus answered with a question. What did Moses say in the law about divorce? Well, he permitted it, they replied. He said a man can give his wife a written notice of divorce and send her away. But Jesus responded, he wrote this commandment only as a concession to your hard hearts. But God made them male and female from the beginning of creation. This explains why a man leaves his father and mother and is joined to his wife, and the two are united into one. Since they are no longer two but one, let no one split apart what God has joined together. So, um, marriage has always been God's plan. Divorce, never God's plan. Divorce was allowed due to man's hard hearts. Divorce is a man made institution, not a God made institution. Um, God created man and woman to join together and to be as one. And he never intended that union to ever be split up or divided. So, um, so that's why it's so important for a follower of Christ to allow God to lead them to their intended partner for the rest of their life on this earth. Uh, Too many times, um, people get married for the wrong reasons. Um, and sadly, they grow apart and they divorce because neither party are in tune with God. So it's all about me, 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 me. What can I get out of this relationship? When you allow God to lead you to your significant other, your chosen partner that He has for you, both of you would have a mind centered on Christ and on God's will. And so your marriage will actually become stronger because now you're joined together to try and fulfill God's purpose for you both as one entity, um, for the rest of your lives. And like I said, divorce, Moses wrote it into the law, not because that was God's plan, but that was primarily to appease the people. Um, which is really bad, and it kind of shows you how selfish we human beings can be. Because if a woman was to displease her husband in the Israelite culture, the man would be allowed to send her on her way and basically tell her to get lost. just for making him upset because she said or did something that he didn't like. That's crazy. That is the complete embodiment of self-centeredness and selfishness. And that is not God what intended marriage to be. He didn't intend marriage to be a master servant type situation. Marriage is two people working together, a partnership filled with love and devotion to God. And that's, unfortunately, it's what's lacking in many marriages all over the world. So I pray that our niece's marriage to this man is a God given one and not a self driven one. With that, I love you guys. You have a blessed day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.